One can only hope. You think I want to be breathing her in? Rookie mistake. Stop it. A few weeks ago, I attempted to thrift Halloween/fall home decor. And I say attempted because, well, instead I did this, which was fun. But today we have a chance at redemption. Today, we're thrifting for taper candles. Slightly spooky adjacent items that aren't specifically Halloween, but like could belong in a witch's house. You know what I mean? Perhaps a scarecrow or two? The beauty of the thrift store is you never know what you're gonna find. And when I say beauty, I mean it. So gather up your magical companion, channel the luck of the thrift gods, and let's see what we can find. Also, yes, I am cosplaying as Raggedy Ann today. Thank you for noticing. Onward. Yeah, we could look at this stuff, but isn't it kind of low-hanging fruit? Low-hanging gourds? We can do better. Look how nice you look today. This is kind of spooky. Is there a spirit trapped in here? One can only hope. You okay? You know, usually in these videos I get distracted by home goods and I lose the plot a little bit, so having permission to look at home goods for this video, honestly it feels a little naughty. A great place to start for spooky decorations. The dolls. Madame, your chapeau. It's for your own protection. There's like an abnormal amount of Elvis stuff here today. The spirit of Elvis is in this thrift store. Ooh. Nothing more festive than a wreath. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not having great luck. This feels festive, no? Ooh, what's the spookiest basket I can find? Moderately spooky? A cornucopia filled with horror. Whatever that is. Oh my gosh. Who are you? Wow. You're coming with me. Even if you don't come home with me, you can be my road dog for this thrift trip, right? I feel like I'm gonna die if I try and sit in this. How far back is this gonna go? Hey, I'm scared. You know, I think the whole clown thing started when I was a kid and my neighbor was a clown. He was an old gentleman. We would dog sit his dogs, my brother and I, and sometimes we would eat the dog treats. Huh. The bagged tchotchkes. Our last resort. Could I interest you in a bag of nuts? Okay, we gotta go. Far too many humans, specifically teens, in this thrift store. Alright, thrift store. Fine. I see how it is. I won't buy anything here. Let's go try a different spot. You know it. You love it. It's Ohio Thrift, baby. Now, Ohio Thrift and I have had a bit of a frenemy situation recently because their clothing hasn't been good. Will their homewares live up to the test? Let's see. Not a good sign, people. That was just for you. Perfect. This is for a Halloween costume. And if you can guess what it's for, you get a stinky little sniff sesh. So I specifically wanted to come to this thrift store because there's another one right across the street. So if we strike out, we've got another option. Okay, will there be anything spooky in the office goods? I don't know. Why do I kind of want this? Oh, it takes battery? P.U. Why did I do that? Give me anything. All I'm looking for is like an apothecary bottle. A singular taper candle. These are cute little flour and sugar containers, but decidedly unspooky. Or I hate them both, but I did want to show you. If I see one more Christmas mug, I swear to Jerry, I will scream. I found it. Halloween. Please, just one thing. One thing that's slightly spooky. Oh, no, I thought they were candles. My prayers have been answered. A bag of the most cursed Halloween novelty candles that I will not be burning. Yes! Come on. What else we got? Is this anything? Could do like the ring thrift flip. Have a cheeky little Samara climbing out of here. That sounds like a lot of work. 10 more candles. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Squiggly, wiggly, kinda weird. Feels spooky, but it's not overtly spooky. Okay, more of this. Oh, I thought that was a ghost candle. It was just an angel. Can we break off her head and then she would be a ghost? No. No desecration allowed. She's kinda cute. This feels very cursed. How did I miss? We're done with Ohio Thrift. It's time to go home. Psych! Let's go. I don't have very long because I have to go to my real job. Oh, it smells like farts. Okay, cute. Too small. SpongeBob, you look like a titan. Explain yourself. What is that noise? A little kid is playing with a... Did he stop? A bird toy, and he just kept pressing the button. Sweet silence. Listen, I would never hurt a child. I'm being tormented. But that doesn't mean I'm not glad that I stopped at this thrift store because she's perfect. I like to imagine this is just like a little buck tooth. A lady just walked by with her cart full of these little plastic retro candlesticks, and they have these cool like orange light bulbs on the top. What do you think the chances are that she's not gonna get them? Should I stalk her in a non-creepy way just to see if she puts them down? Dang it. Oh my gosh. Jackpot, bro. Who is she? Wow. Oh. That felt like a very Kramer entrance. What do you think, Kosh? Was it a very Kramer entrance? You can do it. I know you can do it. Come on. Come on. He gets to this step and he's like, I'm not so sure about the rest of those. I think they're different than the other ones. I promise you they're not. They're the exact same. You got it, buddy. So brave. Welcome to Spooky Land. You know, for someone who's a self-proclaimed Halloween fangirl, you might not think this is a lot of decorations, but there's a reason. You wanna know why? Because my house has virtually zero storage. Oh, do a house tour. Your house is so cool. Zero storage. No garage. No basement. Walls are cement, so you can't hang anything up. I'm just kidding. I love my house and I will do a house tour. Someday. When we reach 1 million subscribers, you get a house tour, okay? I don't want to reach 1 million subscribers. That's too many. But if you haven't subscribed yet, you've watched this far. You might as well stick around. But don't you dare get me to 1 million subscribers. Or else. Anyways, a lot of the stuff on this table is just my normal home decor. We have kind of this like terracotta-y, orange, warm wood motif in our house, so we kind of have a lot to work with. On this side is stuff that I already had that we'll be reusing, and this stuff is all new. So let me show you all the new stuff that we're working with this year. Okay, we got a lot of candles. There's a little bin down here of extra stuff. Sorry, you gotta go. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Who's the pumpkin man in the suit? Mr. Pumpkin? George Pumpkin? I feel like him. This year's decorations are very wax-centric. I showed y'all these in a previous video. Decorative gourd candles. We've been sitting them outside on our little patio table. And aren't they just the cutest? Speaking of vegetal candles, corn. This is centerpiece material. Just the most wibbly wobbly, weird Halloween candles you can imagine. Don't worry, I'm not gonna burn them. I can literally see the paint flecking off of here. You think I wanna be breathing her in? Rookie mistake. Quite possibly the mother lode of this entire haul, including an earless cat. Let's open this up. Let's see what we got in here. First of all, baby. I'm not sure what this is. It kind of looks like a very dramatic gloved hand. Slay. And he has a little butt. Wow. There's some unfortunate disfigurement, but cute. I love you. Wow. I don't know about you. Skulls, pumpkin. Ew. One more candle. This one. I'm wondering why the wicks are so long, but that's none of my business. Now let's talk about soft goods. Thoughts? This girly pop is $1.99. She has bangs. What's not to love? This was worth all of the searching, all of the hunting. A homemade cursed textural beauty. And now, I think this is the thing that I'm most excited about, but I didn't find it during my thrift trips. I've actually had this since like the beginning of the summer. I went to an oddities fair. You could get things like a taxidermied mouse, a blood crystal, where they would turn your blood into a crystal. I opted against the blood crystal this time, but there was also some vintage stuff that no one really seemed interested in. I almost threw up. This was $20. In what universe is this $20? On Etsy, this would be... Stop it. Etsy, this would be, I don't know, $200, $300. Schoolhouse style vintage Halloween flag. Give us $600. No. Do I know where I'm gonna hang this up? No, because like I said, canonically difficult to hang things in my house. We'll figure it out. Let me show you an apron. This was found at like a little country thrift store. I think it was literally just called thrift store. It was 50 cents. It's got what looks like, I don't know, like little mums on it, maybe? Dahlias? This makes me want to bake some cookies, cook some bakies. So this is all stuff that I kind of just picked from my house. And I also have one singular tub, this big, of decor. We'll start with art. The cutest little shaggy kitty cat and pumpkin from last year. This very cool blacklight bat that I like to actually hang upside down. And this really quite amazing witchy print from Logan Schmidt. If you like Appalachian, like nature prints, check him out. Now, is this guy a ghost? I don't know, but isn't he ghost shaped? If not haunted, why ghost shaped? I guess we've moved on to statues, sculptures, art objects. Would a witch hat help? Not Halloween-y, but extremely haunted. I do not think a witch hat would help. We got a spooky little candelabra thing. We've got some vaguely spooky wooden candle holders. Halloween hand towel. Green goopy candle. Perfect for a witch. Ugh. This vintage bowl I thrifted that kind of feels Halloween-y. I think I remember thrifting this and it was like 20 bucks and I was like, huh? But it's handmade. Let's put some candy in here. If it's green and glass, doesn't it just feel like it belongs in an apothecary or a witch's hut? A Baba Yaga abode. My neighbor stopped me and she's like, can I give you these flowers from her garden? And I was like, yeah, obviously. I feel like perfect. And then finally, we have some paper goods. Tarot deck, kind of spooky, kind of cool. And the Book of Symbols. Is the like witchy, artsy, arcane energy coming through? I think it works. I think it says Halloween. And if it doesn't, add a dried pumpkin thing. Finally, let's discover what's in this actual, box. You guys probably thought I got rid of him, but you don't know me at all. This is my best friend. He just sits in the living room. This is where he spent the whole time. We've got egg. Ghost candle that I thrifted back when I lived in San Jose. I love him. Pumpkin crock, I forgot about him too. Wow. And what Target lovingly calls filler crows. Like you're supposed to just pour these into like a glass container as if they're so many marbles. I don't know about that, Target. I feel like I should make a garland with these. Or a mobile. Ooh. And that's it. Let's get started. Oh, stupid. Do you think this will fit perfectly within the chimney? No. Tiny. Spooky. Hi. Would you believe it's the next day? Would you also believe that I'm dressed like a boy that I would have had a crush on in 6th grade? I don't know what this says about me. The leaves are fallen. The pumpkins are pumpkining. The secondary light sources are putting in their work. And I feel like we are set up to have just the best Halloween / end of spooky season. I don't even want to think about that. With all the travel that I've had in the last month, I feel like I've really only been able to enjoy half of what I usually do of my favorite month / season of the year. So doing this little decorating really helped me feel like we can enjoy all the ghouls and crunchy leaves that we need to feel like ourselves. Also, the fun does not stop here. Next week, we've got another Halloween-centric video. We're gonna be finding super simple, office-friendly, last-minute Halloween costumes at the thrift store and in our own closets so that we can all dabble in the art of cosplay. That's right, it's just cosplay, people. Accept it. You're a weeb. So my question for you, do you have any recommendations or ideas for costumes that we should try to put together next week? I already have a list, but I'd love to know either what you're dressing up as, what you've always wanted to dress up as, or what you think would make a clever fit this Halloween season. I think Kashi is gonna be a dust bunny. What do you think about that? And for sure, if you have pets and they're gonna be dressing up, law compels you to tell me what your pets are gonna be down in the comments below, okay? I don't make the rules. If you like this video, you might like my other videos, so feel free to subscribe if you'd like, but don't you dare get me to 1 million subscribers. We're actually just about to hit 60,000, not million. And that's a lot. So hello, if you're new here. Nice to see you, good to have you. While I was decorating, I realized that I have like literally 0 taper candle holders that aren't a candelabra, like no single candle holders. So I think I'm gonna go thrifting for that. I'll see you later. If you wanna hang out with me this week in between videos, you can do that on Instagram at kathleenillustrated. Maybe we can go thrifting for candle holders there together. And I'm gonna stop talking now. Oh, before I go, I did notice that you are very stinky. And that's what I love about you. Okay, bye.